Love is Blind, the biggest bombshells from the Season 7 reunion. It was a heated night, full of confrontations and surprising bombshells, on the Love is Blind Season 7 reunion. Netflix released the Season 7 reunion on Wednesday, October 30th, bringing the full cast: Tyler Francis, Ashley Adionser, Garrett Josemans, Taylor Krause, Marissa George, Ramses Prashad, Stephen Richardson, Monica Davis, Tim Godbee, Alexandra Byrd, Nick Dorka, Hannah Jiles, Brittany Wisniewski and Leo Braudy, back together again to hash out all the drama that unfolded this season. Plus everything that happened over the past year after cameras stopped rolling. With the help of co-hosts Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey, as well as some Love is Blind alumni, including Season 1's Jessica Batten McGrath, Season 3's Nancy Rodriguez, Season 4's Bliss Poureetezadi-Goytowski, Zack and Marshall Glaze, and Season 6's Amber Desiree A.D. Smith, fans finally got answers to all their burning questions. From the truth about Tyler's sperm donor situation, to what really went down in Tim and Alex's breakup, and a shocking revelation about Nick, here's all the biggest bombshells that unfolded during the Season 7 reunion. 2 couples are still married. Right off the bat, it was confirmed that the 2 couples who tied the knot in the Season 7 finale, Tyler and Ashley, and Garrett and Taylor, are still together a year later. In their individual update, Garrett and Taylor revealed they currently live in Fredericksburg, Virginia, where Garrett was from, but they were planning to move to Washington, D.C. soon. This may have come as a shock to fans as the two were contemplating a future in San Diego with Taylor's family, but the distance proved to be too much for Garrett, so they compromised with a middle ground in the location where Taylor had lived for 5 years. When you get married, you become a unit, and home is with Garrett, and I'm excited to figure out this next chapter with you, Taylor told her husband. Garrett and Taylor also addressed his glow-up, with Taylor insisting it was all her husband, though she saw his potential first. I always had an interest in fashion, Garrett explained. Ashley and Tyler also said they're happily married. This is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of love and it's worth risking anything, she said of her husband. It's worth it all, added Tyler. There has never been a day that she hasn't said I love you. I've never experienced unconditional love to this extent. It's the first time in my life experiencing this. Tyler owns up to his past. In episode 9 of Season 7, Tyler informed Ashley for the first time that he was a sperm donor for a very close friend and her wife, and had 3 biological children as a result. Tyler insisted he did not have much of a relationship with the children, and they didn't even know what he looked like. However, it was later leaked on social media that Tyler had more of a relationship than he was letting on to, as photos of him and the kids spending Christmas morning in matching pajamas circulated on the internet, along with allegations that he owed money in child support and abandoned his children to be on the show. At the reunion, Tyler set the record straight, saying he did help a friend and her wife start a family, but they eventually split, so he, voluntarily, stepped in to help. Those kids, that family, they did not sign up for this, he said. I played a part that became very shaky with a friend. There's no rule book to this, but I do want to let people know Ashley knows all this. I don't owe anyone an explanation but my wife, he added. Ashley also spoke out and slammed people who thought she was completely unaware of the situation. She clarified that Tyler never wanted to discuss the topic on camera, but they had spoken openly about everything behind the scenes. Who has better insight on what's going on? Social media or me? For people to imply that she was blindsided, she didn't know, is insulting to my intelligence, she said. For the record, this is something he never wanted to share on camera. I just didn't feel like it would be an authentic experience if we didn't discuss this. Ashley even noted that Tyler knowingly lied on camera about his kids not knowing what he looked like, and joked that it was very obvious in that episode 9 scene. You could tell, so of course he divulged that information to me beforehand, she emphasized. With him growing up in a single-parent household, it was very hard for him to remove himself and not be involved. I know he is a good person who went in too deep and didn't know what to do next, she added. Ramses gets grilled. Marissa and Ramses spoke about their dramatic breakup, with Marissa getting choked up and admitting that watching the scene back felt like my heart was breaking all over again. Though Ramses insisted it was difficult to him to watch the scene and he didn't come into the experience wanting to devastate anyone or leave anyone heartbroken. He argued that their split came down to the fact he felt a space in their energies. There was one day where it really hit home for me and I realized and recognized if I moved forward with Marissa, every day I would be in a place where I would feel exhausted and overwhelmed. He admitted. I don't want to change who she is. She deserves a person and a love that will embrace who she is fully. I just felt that person couldn't be me. Marissa's outspoken mother, Vanessa, also said her piece, admitting she wanted to punch Ramses in the throat after he ended things with her daughter. I'm thankful he called it off, she would have carried that relationship, Vanessa said, later noting that Ramses did the right thing, but should have been more upfront about his feelings. She thought you were it and you broke her, Vanessa told Ramses. She was devastated, you didn't see that part, you got to walk away and cry like you were the one who was hurt. After Marissa pointed out that she never had a say in their relationship, Ramses closed out their discussion by taking full accountability for not being more forthcoming about his emotions. He also clarified their birth control/contraception conversation, which he felt was misconstrued. I never tried to present Marissa with an ultimatum, he said, acknowledging that he respected Marissa's choice to not use oral conception and they landed on a solution that they both agreed on. It wasn't a situation where I was being whiny or bratty or whatever the perception is. Hannah doubles down. Hannah and Nick had a chance to look back on their split, and Hannah was asked by Nick and Vanessa if she had any regrets about what she said to him. Hannah only insisted that she's a very direct and blunt person with her delivery, and simply stated, the things that I said were all true, but it's just the way that you say it. Nick responded by admitting, I wouldn't have expected her to say anything less. He admitted he was confused by a lot of the things she said, including claims that he was not on the same level intellectually or financially as her, and accusing him of being disrespectful towards her. When asked to clarify once more, Hannah doubled down, saying, I'm just direct, that's inherently